As we're starting this recording, it's 11:36 p.m. And I want to first start by apologizing for my raspy voice. I am sick, well, kind of sick at the moment. I can't really figure it out. But I have a raspy voice, maybe hard to hear me, and I don't really have a good mic, so I apologize for that. But today we're going to be talking about racism. And like most of the topics I touch upon, these are really hard topics to talk about, and I think they're also really hard topics to fully envelop. And I think it's just overall like a really hard thing to talk about, mainly because I don't think me being your stereotypical Caucasian white male living in the United States of America, it's kind of hard for me to talk about racism. Mainly because I don't honestly experience much, I don't know, like, discrimination against me. And that's not really what I'm going to be talking about, because I don't have personal experience with it, and I'm not going to pretend that I do. What I'm going to be talking about is why I think racism is wrong, and why, like, mainly about that, just kind of why I think racism is wrong, and I guess, like, my tips for how not to be racist. I don't know. Um, I usually just, I don't have like a script when I do these videos. I usually just think of a topic, and depending on what the topic is, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna make the video, and I do it. So, with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So, I think the first thing to look at is, I think racism. I think that we need to look at how racism has gotten better. And I think that, like, I'm not going to touch upon politics. I'm not going to touch upon Donald Trump or, yeah, mainly him, because there's a lot of controversy with him. I could do another video on him, but I'm not into politics. But racism has gotten it from where it started. We've made progress. If you look at slavery, in like the 1800s, I mean, that's just a rough like estimate. There was obviously slavery way before then, like with Egyptian leaders like taking, like taking Jewish people in. Anyway, but I think it's still a topic that I don't think that humans will ever solve. But I think it's something that we always need to look into and try and solve a little bit better, or try and we're not resolving it. We're trying to aid it a little bit. So I feel like I don't have to say this, but I don't understand why people think that whether it's the color of your skin, or the religion that you worship, or even something as simple as, like, well, not simple, but like what sex you are, how you talk, where you're from, like, all of these things doesn't make humans. I feel that if I had black skin, I would still be making this video the exact same. And I could sound the same way, and speak the same way, and look the same way, and sound the same way. And it doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter. Like, and I'm struggling for words, because I'm trying to find the right words, and I want to make sure that what I say doesn't get, like, mixed and matched and kind of, like, misinterpreted. But the color of my skin, the religion I worship, doesn't change the fact that I'm a human being sent here by some higher power to do good. And I think that that in and of itself is important. So I just don't quite understand. I mean, okay, honestly, if you're a racist person and you believe that, I don't know, let's just say, like, you don't believe that people with darker skin, like African Americans, you don't believe that there is equal as a white person or a Caucasian person, whatever you want to say, which personally I don't agree with, like, 100% disagree with that. Tell me why. Because I won't understand where you're coming from, because everyone's equal in my eyes, no matter what sex you are, how you look, or how tall or short you are. It doesn't matter to me. But it would be helpful, I guess, to know what you see on, like, the side of being someone who doesn't believe in equality for everyone. But no matter what, you're not going to sway my opinion. I believe that everyone's equal, and that's that. You can't change my mind. Just like it sucks, but a lot of people think that that everyone is not equal, and you can't change their mind about it. It's how you're raised. And I think that begs the question, how are we raising our kids? I'm going to go on a rant just because I just thought about this, but the way that kids are raised, just honestly, my generation, the generation that's coming after me, I mean, you even see it in YouTube videos or just all around. I don't think we are growing as humans. I think we're taking a step back. And I'm not going to blame that on anyone. I'm not going to blame it on Donald Trump, even if my personal opinion may lean towards that. But I think we're taking a step back. I think that we are losing what people before us have placed forth with equality and allowing everyone. And I think that's sad. I think it's really sad that we are not able to love one another. And I'm not saying I don't love everyone because I have to. I don't look at it as a religious rule that I have to love everyone because if I don't, I'm going to hell. Because I think that's wrong. I think it's wrong to say, I think you're the same as me because my God says I have to. It shouldn't be something where you feel forced. It should be, I believe that you are the same as me because we are the same. And the color of our skin, the way we speak, the way we dress, the way we act, that shouldn't get in the way of it, and it doesn't. And I think that if you could say that and fully 100% mean it, I think you're taking a great step in the right direction of humanity. And the problem with this, I don't know, epidemic, if you want to call it that, the racism epidemic, is that two people who, like me, who believe that everyone is equal, two people can make a big difference. But people don't believe that it's a big problem because you don't see a lot of it, or at least a lot of people don't. I don't, again, being a white male living in the United States of America, I don't experience racism, and I don't see it a lot. But I will be honest with you, when I do, I try and combat it, and I try and say, look, why are you doing that? That's messed up. And I have so many friends. That, and again, I'm not dogging any of these, but I have Mexican friends, I have black friends, I have an assortment of friends that are different religions and different ethnicities, and they speak a little bit differently, but it doesn't matter, because they're my friends, you know? It doesn't, the fact of the matter is that to me, racism is the stupidest thing, and I don't see what you gain from it. I don't see why I would want to yell at someone who is different. Because what am I gaining when I do that? And I'm not trying to sound like I feel like I come across as if I had something to gain, I would do it, and I wouldn't. But I'm just saying, I don't understand how racism came to be. And I understand, but I don't agree with how it happened in the past. I understand, and I don't agree with, like I keep saying, slavery. I don't agree with it, but I can understand the reasons for it. There was a lot of work, and we needed extra people, and sometimes people didn't want to do it. Again, not agreeing with it, but I understand why. But now, in a lot of places, there's equality, and equality is allowed, and I think a lot of places and a lot of people are addressing that. Yeah, you could be who you want to be, and that's fine. And then you have those people who step in and they're like, no, it's not fine. And I think one of the funniest things I've found when I've confronted people who have been racist or who have been rude is that when you ask them why, they don't have an answer. they usually say something along the lines of, it's just because they're a minority. And, oh, it's just because they have darker skin, or just because they're Indian, or just because, this or that or the other thing. There's a lot of racism around. But I'm like, no. Why are they not equal? They never have an answer. And I think that speaks volumes. I think it's time to stop beating the dead horse. Because it's already dead. Everyone knows, most people know, I mean, not most people, but a lot of people know that racism is wrong and it's pointless. There's no reason for it. And it makes me mad. It makes me really, really mad that people are out there who are racist solely because they can be. And because technically they're not hurting anyone. You find these little loopholes in the laws, in the government, or in the, chain of command, I don't know. And I think that one of the biggest problems lately is with women. I should do a thing on feminism. Jeez, that would piss people off. I think that no matter who says what, I think women need more rights. I think they have a lot of rights, okay? But I still think there are some parts of the world, maybe not where I live, but some parts of the world where how women are treated, no, there is parts of the world where how women are treated is just not okay. And how they're expected to honestly just be there for sex and for taking care of children and be there for men. They're there for men, and I think that's wrong. I think that the ideology of the reason why women are here are to aid men, no. The reason why women are here is because men literally need them. Like, as a man, do you understand that? If you're being rude or racist towards a woman, do you understand without her and without women, there would be nothing? We wouldn't be able to... Men can't have babies. Men don't have eggs. We can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. The reason why the world is diverse is because if everyone was the same, we would fail. We would just fail. If all of us were the same, we would fail. And that's the fact of the matter. Yeah. Love everyone. That's like a common thing I always say. Usually closing out the video, I'm practically done. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. Just love everyone. It makes me so angry when I can't wrap my head around why people are racist, and I don't get why people are misogynistic and why people... And I think that a lot of times, women, sometimes, they don't also see that men have problems too. And I think that's another issue to discuss later, but I think that in terms of who deserves more, I think women do. I think women are very underappreciated and very, very important in every aspect. But I don't think they're more important than men. I think everyone's equal. And I think at the end of the day, everyone is equal. And this may be controversial, but I don't think that... I think everyone should be given a clean slate. I don't feel that I'm responsible for African Americans who were enslaved by white Americans in, like, the past of America. And mainly the reason why is because whether I am here now or there when I was there, I would not be doing that. I just wouldn't. And I think that that's important. But there's always two sides to the story. And I think that a lot of times people don't look for that. They look at the first thing that they can yell at, and they do. And I think it's important to look at both sides of the coin. Yes, women have problems of their own, and I understand that, and I respect that, but men do too. And you can't just ignore that. Because, in a way, you're being as self-centered as the people you're accusing of being self-centered. And so at the end of the day, just equality, you know? Everyone's the same. If you could tell me one reason why white people are more important than black people, why black people are more important than white people, if you could tell me one reason why an American and a Mexican are different, besides like, oh, they talk different, everything like that, if you can give me a real reason why we are not equal, why our blood's not the same, why we don't breathe the same air, why we don't live on the same earth, I will give you a cookie, okay? But I doubt you can, and I don't think you can, and even if you do, I don't care. I just don't care. Because everyone's equal in my eyes. I don't look at someone and say I'm not going to be friends with them because of insert whatever you want. I'm going to say I'm going to like this person, and if their personality doesn't click well with mine, it's fine. I don't have to be mean, but I'll just, it's fine. I'll push them aside a little bit. Not going to be mean, but just give them some space. Give me some space so I'm not mean to them. But don't decide based on aesthetics. Decide based on personality. I think personality is the biggest thing. But, anyway, I think I've rambled more than enough. There's something I wanted to touch upon, but I figured it was going to be something I rambled a lot because I already have my mindset on it. So, yeah. Also, when I'm tired, I ramble. I feel like a lot of people know that about me, if you know me really well, but I ramble when I'm tired. So, this channel is just a lot of rambling, I figured out. Especially that podcast, oh my lord. If you haven't seen that, go check out my podcast. It's just me rambling about stuff. Be warned, there is some language in there because I was talking about stuff that I care about. With that being said, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you enjoyed, or subscribe if you're new. I try and make videos every couple of days, maybe once a week. I don't know. Once a week's my if I have to make at least, if I'm going to at least one a video. So, you can always see a video of my face with an amazing thumbnail, which I will hopefully be working on soon to get better, because I don't think everyone wants to stare at my face. But, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Comment if you want to hear me talk about anything, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.